my MSI Creator 15 OLED review, I was talking about that deflickering effect in DaVinci Resolve. Because the screen of the laptop was flickering like hell, I just needed to deflicker the footage so I can show the display properly. In the end, I wasn't able to do it. The thing was just crashing the program entirely. So I made that assignment project exactly for the purpose of testing how many of the flickered clips a computer can handle before it dies. And Creator 15 OLED could do only one. But I was able to render all 10 clips on 8GB AMD Radeon RX 590, though those 8 gigs is not the reason why I was able to render that project. Because, as I was saying in my laptop's review, I also tried to render this project on my NVIDIA Founders Edition 3070 Ti, which also has 8 gigs of VRAM. But for fun, I put an old RX 590 into my computer and tried to render the project. It froze but didn't crash, and after a couple of minutes, render started. It used SSD a lot of virtual memory, almost 100 gigs. I guess if the computer had a 128 gigs of RAM, for example, it wouldn't freeze for that long and just would start the render right away. Anyway, it took 1 hour and 41 minutes to render this tiny clip, but at least it didn't crash and actually rendered the clip. I googled it and there are a lot of people reporting that deflickering effect just crashing DaVinci Resolve. And if I'm not mistaken, all those reports are coming from the people who have NVIDIA GPU, and people who has a computer with AMD Radeon GPU or a Mac are telling that everything is fine. So if I had to guess, the problem is either with NVIDIA graphics or with DaVinci Resolve itself. There are a lot of scenarios when footage just needs to be deflickered, like for example when you are shooting indoors with regular lighting. And if you find yourself doing that deflickering pretty often, I would advise you not getting a computer with NVIDIA GPU inside, at least until this problem is fixed. But it seems to be that it is here for years already, and I would say that NVIDIA or Blackmagic Design just do not give a shit at this point and not going to fix it anytime soon. So your best bet is just to get something with AMD GPU inside, or a Mac with Apple Silicon. Or you just can find another program to deflicker the footage before fitting it to DaVinci Resolve. But in this case, you're kind of breaking the workflow, since there is no that one program to it all experience anymore. But it is your call. Thank you for watching.